Hey, what's up? It's Justin from Mekanix, and I'm here with the team to share a workout with you today that's not only safe, but massively effective in building strength, increasing mobility, and just raising your overall energy levels. The best part about this workout, you can do it anywhere, even from home. Oh, and one more thing. If you have any questions during the workout, if you want to have someone check on your form, if you have questions about modifications to make it a little more challenging or make some parts a little bit easier, if you just have questions about reaching your goals as quickly and efficiently and safely as possible, click the link below, reach out to us. We're more than happy to help, and we're here to support you. All right, let's get to it.
Okay guys, so we're going to start off the workout like we do with all our workouts with 2 to 3 minutes of blood flow. And if you guys have like jump rope or a piece of a cardio equipment at home, you can use that for 2-3 minutes, or we can just cycle through this little sequence that I'm going to demonstrate right now. So first we're going to start with some jogging on the spot, so really light on our toes, and we're just going to down side to side, and then you can alternate through this. So we go bouncing side to side, then we'll go foot kicks. Just bring the heels up towards the back of your butt. Then we'll go into high knees. And then we can cycle through our jumping jacks. And then take it back down again and cycle through that. So like 20 seconds on each one, and then just keep alternating for 2 to 3 minutes. So let's get started with a mobility sequence. So after our blood flow, we normally go through our blood flow, mobility sequence, we get through strength warm-up. So for now, we'll start with a pole, or if you actually have some resistance bands at home, you can use a resistance band as well. But I know not everybody has these lying around, so a lot of people will have a pole, or you can use a broomstick. Just take the head off the end of the broomstick and you can use that for your mobility work. So to start off, we're going to go with overhead rotations, and we're going to try and do 15 repetitions. So hands on, the wider the easier it is, so the closer I bring my hands in together, the more intense the stretch is. So we're going to start up, overhead, and everything we do, we're going to try and do with a controlled, tensionized manner. So we're going to try and squeeze our abs on. We're trying to get good rotation, squeeze up overhead, squeeze forward. And we're going for 15 repetitions through that. And you can even adjust your hands in closer to increase the stretch as you go through it. Then if you do have the band, you can do a couple of band pull parts. If not, we can skip this one and we can move on to our single arm circles. But the band pull parts, we're just trying to pull apart, squeeze our scapula together, so our shoulder blades again squeeze together, big push through, and again 15 repetitions again. Then we're going single arm circles, so more shoulder rotation. We're just going to start off from here. We're going to protract our shoulder blade. We're going to reach up overhead. We're going to rotate outwards and then pull the shoulder back around. So if you imagine you're doing this, you can actually do it beside the wall, but if not, you can imagine you're beside the wall. We're trying to circle up. And if you imagine I'm beside a wall, I'm trying not to touch this wall about a foot away from me, so I keep the shoulder circle as strict as possible. We're going to do 5 on the right arm, 5 on the left. Up overhead, rotate around, same on the other side. So that's 5 repetitions each on that. Then we're going to go into an inchworm. So on the inchworm, we're going to use this to get our shoulders warmed up. We can also spend some time putting some weight through our wrists. So we're going to do push exercises. So spend some time walking through. You can hinge the hips out to come down. Try and get your palms on the floor as soon as you can. If you need to and your hamstrings that don't allow it, you can bend down to come down. But if they do, you can hinge out, palms on the floor. We're slowly inching out, weight through the wrists, working through the shoulders, come all the way out into a plank position. And then from here, we're going to over protract our shoulder blades. So my shoulder blades are relaxed. I'm going to protract through. And then I'm going to start walking back. Push, push. And we can spend a bit of time in the pike position. And then we're going to walk back out and repeat for 5 repetitions on that. And then the last one, we're going to practice some external rotation, and we're going to do a Cuban rotation. So we're going to start with our arms in 90 degrees, so they're going to be bent at 90 degree angle, both elbows. We're going to be here. We're going to externally rotate out, and then we're going to come all the way forward. But with this one, we're going to try and create as much tension. Again, we're squeezing the bar as hard as we can. My shoulder blades are staying retracted. They're coming up overhead, and then all the way forward. And we're just going to do 5 repetitions on that. And we'll do 2 rounds of all of that, and that's going to be our 10 to 15 minutes mobility work before we get into our strength warm-up. Alright guys, so we're going to get into our strength warm-up phase of the workout before we get into the actual maximum intensity strength sets. So to start off, we're just going to get through some scapula push-ups. And you've got 2 options to do these. We're going to start on our knees, or if you want to add a bit more body weight, we're going to lift our knees off the floor and go into the full push-up position. And basically all we're trying to do is we're working on retraction of the shoulder blades and then protraction. And to do any horizontal push stuff or a lot of push stuff, we need to effectively be able to pull our shoulder blades into retraction and protraction. So we're going to start down on our knees, hands under our shoulders, knees under our elbows, and then we're going to retract the shoulder blades in, and then we're going to push through. And then like the stuff we did in our mobility stuff, we're going to try and do this with controlled tension. So I'm squeezing my palms into the floor. I'm making sure my abs are braced as I can create tension and squeeze my shoulder blades in and then push out. And then we're going to do the same thing. You can, if you want to make it a bit more difficult, arms are straight, shoulder blades pulled in, protract as much as possible, retract in as much as possible. And we're just going to do 5 to 10 reps on that. And then we're going to move on. The second exercise, we can do scapula dips. So we're going to work our elevation and depression of our shoulder blade. And you can do this on a chair at home or any piece of furniture that allows you to put your 2 arms on. Or if you have parallel bars or parallettes, you can use them on the floor. I know a lot of people don't have them at home, so you can use a chair. And so basically all we're going to do is we're going to have our hands on. You can bring your feet just into the chair position, or you can go straight leg if you want to add more resistance. We're just going to shrug our shoulders down and then push through. Shrug the shoulders down, push through. And that is going to allow our scapula to elevate and depress. And we're just going to do 5 to 10 reps of that. So it's going to be our elevation and depression of our shoulder blades. After that one then, for 5 to 10 reps, then we're going to hit up the shoulder taps. So we're going to come into a plank position. We're going to protract through the shoulder blades. We're going to push through our palm, squeeze our core on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, until we hit 10 reps on that. Then we're going to go straight into some bird dog. So on our hands and knees, we're going to try and extend, squeeze the abs, big reach out. Opposite side, squeeze the abs, big reach out. And we're going to do 5 on our right, 5 on our left. And then the last one, we're going to do a couple of push-ups. But on these push-ups, if you want to make it a bit more intense, just to get really ready to go before our full strength sets, we're just going to add some pause push-ups. Again, you can do these on your knees. They don't have to be full push-ups, or you can take your knees off the floor and make them a bit more intense and add the pause as well. So just starting, we're going to take in what we've been practicing in terms of our shoulder blade movement. So we're going to try and retract and protract. We're going to come down, pause, big push through, so protraction through. Down, pause, big push through, protraction through. And the same thing when we come down in the full push-up. Pause, and then protract through. And we're going to just do 5 repetitions on whatever variation of that. And that's going to be after our 2 sets. After that's finished, then we're going to get ready to go into our full strength sets then, ready to go. Okay, so set number 1 for our strength work is going to be a combination of movements for our first movement. So it's going to be we're going to try and do a push-up to start. So the push-up can be done on your knees, you can do a full push-up, whatever variation of push-up on the floor you want. We're going to try and walk from the push-up top position into a pike, and then from the pike we can either add in a pike push-up or shoulder taps. So there's a number of ways of scaling up or scaling down this exercise in terms of difficulty. So I'll go through the hardest variation, and then I'll do one more run through just for like a medium, and I'll just tell you what you can add and take away then. So we're going to start from the floor and in the push-up position. We're going to work through full range of motion. We're going to work our over protraction into hollow body. We're going to push up, back down, then we're going to pike walk. So we're going to inchworm into the pike, walk into pike, and then from here, when we're stacked over, we can either go into a full pike push-up or into shoulder taps. Then we're going to walk back down, and we're going to repeat one more round of that. So you can go anywhere from like 2 to 5 in one set of that. After we get that in, then we're going to go straight into arm get-ups. And our arm get-ups are just going to be plank. We're going to pop up on one arm, back down, pop up on the other arm, back down, and we're just going to push through 5 to 15 of them. And then the last one is going to be our extended plank. So we're just going to be trying to pull our biceps in tight to our ears, and then hold it as extended as possible for as close to 30 seconds as we can get. So it's going to be straight arm out. Bicep, I'm going to try and extend out as far as possible. My biceps are close to my ears. And I'm going to hold here, squeeze, and then just hold for 30 seconds, or as close to 30 seconds as I can get. So on the first exercise, I was saying we could go push up, walk into pike, and do shoulder taps. So if we don't even have full push-ups, or we find it hard to do a push-up from our knees, we can just go into here, and we can just add shoulder taps, walk back up, shoulder taps again, and just walk back down. So we're getting that bit of shoulder tension going through that. And that's going to be the end of our strength set number 1. Okay guys, so strength set number 2, 4 exercises. We're going to work dips, a knee raise for our core work, and our push through. We're going to do some push-ups, and then we're going to go into an L sit. So the first one for the dips, we have a few different options. If you have P-bars or Olympic rings, you can do your dips on there. We're going for 90% of your maximum. If you don't, you have 2 other options. So you can use a chair, and you can do your dips on the chair, either bent knee coming down, get a good bend through the elbows, drive back up and push through, or you can go straight leg down, bend down, and then push up through. Or one I really like is going to be our tricep extension on the floor. It's not going to be an exact copy for dips, but you'll work a lot of tricep, and it's an exercise I really like. So we're going to come back down, we're going to bend the elbows, we're going to push up through, drive through triceps. Try and keep a good line through my hips aren't falling down. Try and keep them up in line when I come down into a nice solid plank. And the closer I bring my hands in to my body, the harder this one actually is. So as I push through, it's more body weight. I have to tricep extend through my tricep. And you can see there's a good bit of tension there after a couple of reps. So that's our options for the first exercise, and we're just going for 90% of your maximum effort on whatever variation it is. So then for the second one, if you don't have parallel bars, we can go onto our, just get some furniture, 2 chairs. Most people have chairs at home, and we're just going to go push through to shoulders, knees down, and we're just going to try and pull our knees up in front, back down, pull the knees up high in front, back down, pull the knees up high in front, and we're going to try and get 10 reps, or as close to 10 reps as you can. Once we get that done, then we're going to go push-ups, any variation of push-ups. So if you have to have your knees on the floor, if you want to go if you need an elevated surface. Even with the elevated surface like this, these are really good for getting a deficit. Still make your push-ups super hard. So we're just gonna push down through. You can see my chest is getting real low, way below my hands. Big push through. And then we're going for 90% of your max on your push-ups. If you want to just go floor, or you can even throw your feet up on the chair and go on the floor and add an elevated feet push-up, you can do that. So whatever one you want to do on that. And then the last one is going to be L-sit. So again, your chairs are going to be your best bet for this, unless you have your parallel bars or rings. But we're just going to lock the arms out, straight arm. Big push through, so our shoulders aren't shrugged. You're not going to be able to push through and get your butt above your hands on this one if you don't push through. So shoulders pushed away, knees up tucked, and then extend, point your toes, and then hold your L-sit there. And then that is the last exercise on our second strength set. Okay, so to finish, we're just going to work some core conditioning. We're going to try and do some core compressions, and then we're going to do some groundwork from when we're down there. We're going to line our back, get some flutter kicks, and then some leg crossovers, and then finish with a hollow body. We're going to try and go back to back to back to back to build up as much tension through our abs as we can, and then really work as hard as we can through our core conditioning. We're going to aim for 3 sets with as little break as possible in between them, just so we can just build up a ton of tension through our abs. So I'll go through one set. Our core compressions first. We're going to just try and get compressed forward as much as possible. So depending on your, so if you have tight hips, or you might feel a cramp, you might need to ease back a bit, but try and work with as much compression as possible where you can still get the feet off the floor. So for me, my core compression, so in around my end range is going to be around here. I'm going to squeeze on, big deep breath. I'm trying to point my toes and compress as much as possible. Then from there, we're just going to hit up some flutter kicks for 15 reps. So I'm going to try and compress my lower back into the floor again. Compress up almost like you're into hollow body. And then we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm crunched up, and we're aiming for 15 reps. Once you hit your 15 reps, just hold for a second, and then we're going to cross over. And then we're going 15 of the leg crossovers. And then to finish, you can just drop down, take a second, and then we're just going into hollow body. Aim for 15 seconds. If you're not fatigued by then, keep going. Basically a max hold hollow body to finish. So we're going to compress in, start with the knees tucked, reach back, and then extend out, hold, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads on, and then work that hollow body to finish. And then that is going to be the full set. So like I said, aim for as minimum break as possible and try and get the 3 sets in, and really try and build up that tension through the abs. Alright guys, so we're just going to cool down, and we're just going to do some longer stretching just to relax, get our nervous system back into digestion mode, and just get our recovery started. So we're going to start off with some shoulder stretching. So we did a lot of overhead push stuff and a lot of stress through the deltoid. So one shoulder stretch I like to start off with. So we're just going to start off in this position here, roll down, left arm straight, and then I'm just trying to fold over my arm as much as possible, and then I'm twisting over, trying to feel a nice stretch right into the belly of the shoulder. And you can hold this one. And like I said, so we're just going to try and do a bit longer through the stretches as we're finishing up, just to try and calm everything back down again. And once you get, say, minimum 30 seconds, you can go for a minute on each side on that one. You can change it up then. Then after that, then we'll work some shoulder extensions. So easy one of this, I mean, if you have rings or anything like that, or a bar, you can hang in the German hang from the skin to cat. Or you can just simply do this. You can do this on an elevated surface as well, but I'm just going to slide my hips away, keep my arms straight, as far back as I can go. And then we're just going to hold that shoulder extension through here. And same thing, we're going to aim for a minimum 30 seconds. We'll try and hit up a minute. And then the last one, we're just going to do a pec stretch. So a few options on this. If you have the rings, you can do step through, walk through, pec stretch. And if you don't, like a lot of people don't, you can just grab a wall or whatever is accessible for you, and we can just get a nice pec stretch. On this one, once I feel the stretch, or if I don't, I like to mess around with the angle, hand up a bit higher, mess around where I'm stepping through, maybe sometimes lower, just wherever I'm able to get good sensation through my pec, so through the chest. And that one we're holding again for 30 seconds to a minute on each side, so swap over it as well. And then after that then, we are all done. Thanks guys.
If you like this video, hit the like button below. Be sure to share it with your friends or anyone else who might enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel now and follow us on Instagram or Facebook. I'll see you in the next video.